probably didn't know this, but every 36 minutes, a child in our country is diagnosed with pediatric cancer.
And with September being National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, one company is continuing its efforts in the fight against childhood cancer. I recently caught up with the chairman of Hyundai, Hope on Wheels, and youth ambassador Elizabeth Blair. You're going to love this.
Well, good morning. The concept behind Hyundai Hope on Wheels is very simple. It's to raise resources, award grants to some of the best and brightest physician researchers in America, all in an effort to find cures for pediatric cancer. The dollars come from the dealers. Every car that we buy from the manufacturer, some dollars are put into an account. Hyundai Motor America matches those dollars, and then those dollars are granted out through a very competitive grant process to the best and brightest physicians in the country.
And Elizabeth, I want to ask you, what do you want people to know about the Hyundai Hope on Wheels program?
Well, I think it's important for them to know that as a National Youth Ambassador, I'm a pediatric cancer survivor, so I can go around to the different hospitals around the country and I can talk to those kids who are going through it, and I can relate to them, and I can share my story and tell them how they need to keep hope and they need to stay strong, and then if they do that, then they'll win the fight.
And every handprint tells a story. You can see them behind you there. Tell me about those and talk about how they help the kids connect.
The every handprint tells a story. I mean, I love the symbolism of that, and essentially what it is to show how so many people, so many folks join together, join forces. The cancer fighter like Elizabeth, her parents, the doctor researchers, the hospital staff, the advocates, the politicians, the community at large, joining forces together to end childhood cancer, find those cures.
And Elizabeth, for any kids out there who may see this and be going through what you're going through, what can you say to them?
Well, what I want to share is that even though you may lose your running and your hair and you might not feel the best, you are still going to win the fight, and beauty comes from the heart, and don't let anyone tell you different, because you're beautiful in my eyes, and I know you're surely beautiful on the inside. So just remember that beauty comes from the heart.
You are amazing. You are absolutely amazing, Elizabeth. I appreciate you sharing those thoughts, and I know they are inspiring people. Talk to me a little bit about the funds. We mentioned that the funds collected from this and what they do, but for our viewers out there, talk a little bit more about that, and then also how maybe our viewers can help.
Sure. So as I noted, the funds come from the dealers and the manufacturer, and they're vetted through a medical advisory board and granted out to doctors all around the country. But it takes money to help the physicians fund the research, and it takes research to find cures. And your viewers can go to HyundaiHopeOnWheels.org, read all about our program, look at all the great work being done by these wonderful physicians, and they could donate on that site. We appreciate the help.
Special thanks to Hyundai Hope on Wheels for bringing us that great information.